Okay, so this is why I genuinely believe that twin hogs is one of the best strategies in the game. So ideally on these ring bases, you're going to want to take out a compartment like that. Any of them will really do. If you're using Spirit Walk and you can send your RC in through here and leave her visible just long enough to take some damage, trigger the Giga, and pull that CC, that would be the ideal situation. On this base, I did try to go for that compartment, push Spirit Walk in there, and she did kind of push to the outside. So what I went for on this one was Spirit Walk in, and I dropped my RC here. Spirit Walk kind of went this way and took out that section. So RC goes in through here and takes out this part. So it kind of left the bomb tower open. So this is already gone by the time I start my RC and recall her out. So once that's gone, I can push my heroes, my king and queen, along this way, and the hope is for this, right? And for queen to go straight for that town hall here. So to do that, we got siege barracks over here to clear out this whole section, which works pretty well. Again, that's just to cut the funnel. The biggest part with this dive is you want king and queen to push through along this side here, and then let queen take out that ricochet. So when you have two wall breakers with my strat, wall break there, and then wall break there to open up this compartment here. So we have everything getting pushed in at this point. King and queen walking in through. Siege barracks takes out the side, right? So king and queen's coming in straight through here. You're going to want to hit king ability in here to open up all of these walls, and then queen will kind of have a heyday. And you just kind of watch to see which direction that she goes to send the hogs. In this case, my king ability opens up a lot, takes out a lot of this stuff. So king comes in through, opens up all of this. This all goes down. And queen actually walks here, takes out this, and goes in this way. So for what I did is I waited for that, and I sent all of my hogs through this way to wrap around, and then dumped all of my cleanup kind of around as everything kind of pushed through. So with this strategy, all I have to do is take out the scatter shot at the end and not much splash left for the hogs. So really by the time you start any of your hogs, you have like a third of the base left to really go through. Pretty much everything is going to stay alive. So with these ring bases, I've definitely gotten it down to a science where I can just swag most of the spells. So let's go and check out the actual attack and see how it went. All right, so Iman from Pars. Let's see how it goes. So again, RC is going to start down here at the bottom. We'll go Wizard Tower, and I was hoping for it to go to the multi-archer tower after the scatter, but again, kind of wishful thinking. Hit ability, I just like to do that because I tend to get a bigger funnel, and that's more important to me as long as I can keep the fox alive than any back-end ability. Hogs work well, the hog puppet works great, but you can kind of see what I'm talking about with clearing out this section. So didn't matter for the spitter to go down, especially with where my approach is coming from. So king and queen dropped here down at the bottom. You can see the siege barracks up at the top just to start the funnel. Again, I use a Yeti with this comp just to give myself a bigger funnel, especially if I'm going to use the log launcher. It gives me some extra help. All right, luckily with the defensive troops, it's great because the giant's alive and ricochet won't be hitting the queen. So everything's coming down. Wait for the ricochet to go down. The second it does, first wall breaker and second wall breaker, because it's going to go straight to that storage. And this part was the only part that was a little iffy because I was pretty sure the queen would go in, but sometimes those CC troops pull her in a different direction. So queen goes off to the right here. Some of the clones step in to help take the town hall down, and everything gets sent in. Making sure you drop the headhunters, especially 2 for that king and minion prince. They're just so tanky, and everything will kind of coast around. So, all right, cleanup's already down. Trying to avoid the disarmor if you can. You can leave her for last because she just destroys all of the hogs. And here come the headhunters. Still the same ones from the king and the minion prince. And plenty left. So 2 freeze, a heal, and the Skelly spell, and plenty of hogs left over. So I don't see anyone or any other strategy with this much left over at the end. Just planning out the attack as well as you can, and you're going to have plenty left over. Or plenty of spells to keep pushing through. But that's why I genuinely believe that Twin Hogs is one of the strongest attacks out there. And planning out the Sui tends to be the most challenging thing because you get enough value for the Sui and the hogs just kind of coast around. But I hope y'all liked the video, and we'll see y'all next time.